Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. My name is Nur Kholidah. I college student at State of Institute of Tulungagung. My major in Akidah and Islamic Philosophy. I made this video to fulfill final semester assignment of Mrs. Maya as my English lecturer in my class. And I know I'm here. I want to present about selfie and the use of the word selfie. Okay, next. Selfie or selfies is a type of self-portrait taken by using a digital camera or telephone camera. Photonarcissists often succeed with narcissism, especially in social network. Narcissism or is a feeling excessive self-love. In the Korean entertainment industry, the term used is selka or short for self-camera. Poses are used interactively and are taken using a camera that is directed at yourself, or can also be through a mirror. The object of this photo is usually only the photographer or several people who can be reached by the focus camera. The term was first used in psychology by Sigmund Freud by drawing from a character in the Greek myths Narcotos in the Latin version of narcissism, who was cursed so much that he loved his own reflection in the pool. He was deeply affected by his love for himself and accidentally succeeded out his hand to sing and finally grow the flower which until now was called narcissistic. The nature of narcissism in every human being from birth. Even Andre Morrison argues that having narcissism in sufficient quantities will make a person have a balanced perception of his needs in relation to others. Narcissism has a healthy role in the sense of getting a person to stop relying on other people's standards and achievement to make himself happy. But if the amount of excessive, it can be a pathological personality disorder. Personality disorder, or also called personality deviation, is a general term for a type of mental illness in a person, where in this condition the way of thinking, how to understand situation, and the ability to relate to the other people does not function normally. Conditions that make a person have properties that cause him to feel and behave in pathetic ways, limiting his ability to be able to play a role in a relationship. Someone who is narcissistic is usually seen to have a very strong self-confidence. But if the narcissism that he has led to pathological disorder, then the strong self-confidence can be classified as a form of unhealthy self-confidence because they only see themselves as the most powerful than others without being able to respect others. In addition, someone with excessive narcissistic has a tendency to evaluate himself in front of others, maintains his self-esteem by looking down on others when others have abilities or think better than him, even not hesitates to alienate others to win. Okay guys, I think everyone knows the word selfie and knows how to use a cell phone camera or cell phone or handphone for selfies. We easily find selfies around us. Everywhere people take self-portrait as if there were no place in the world without selfies. Because of the popularity of the word selfie and the many users of the word, it is not wrong if the Oxford Dictionary named selfie as a word of the year in 2013. Although the word selfie is popular, there are still a number of people who don't know the meaning of the word. I often hear people around me or read on the Facebook status that is accompanied by a photo which says selfie, even though there are more than one person in the photo. The worst, they are people who ask themselves to be photographed by others, then call the photo a selfie photo. Selfie etymologically must come from the word self, without needing to look at the English-Indonesian dictionary written by John M. Eccles and his son steadily. We know how to behave ourselves, so selfie means activity to related to oneself. Now let's look at the definition of selfie in its entirety. Oxford Dictionaries Online or the Oxford Online Dictionary includes the word selfie as part of the English vocabulary in August 2013. According to the dictionary, selfie is a photograph that one has taken of oneself, typically one taken with a smartphone or webcam and uploaded to a social website. More or less means the activity of someone who is photographing themselves, generally using smart cell phone or webcam, then uploading them to social media page. So the person who presses the camera button to take a picture of himself with his friends could not be said to be cell phone, and the result of the photo could not be said to be a selfie. Then what is the appropriate word to refer to Such activity. Nah, Wi-Fi. This word is not a regular as selfie. Wi-Fi is widely used by social media users to express self-portrait and a number of people then upload them of social media. Besides it, Wi-Fi, there is a another word, groupie, or something called it groupie, a group of selfie group, which more or less means a group of people who take selfies. Both wavy and groupie or groovy have not been included in Oxford Dictionary online. Many people predict that the word will be included in Oxford Dictionaries online because the population continues in increase along with the activities associated with the word. Hopefully, there are no more people who say selfies to refer to self-photographing activities with others in one moment. The large number of foreign words entering Indonesia as a result of the impact of technological development at the talks of language experts and observers to look for their equivalents in Indonesian. One of linguists who intervened to find the equivalence of the word was Andre Muller, the compiler of the Indonesian census and the Indonesian census in the Arabic of the Compass language in December 2020 and 12. He once offered three alternatives for the equivalence of the word selfie. Okay, the three alternatives for the equivalent of the word selfie in the first, self-photo. Swa is a prefix in Sanskrit. The prefix self-awareness is already known by Indonesian users as used in the word self-sufficient. However, Andre Muller found it difficult to create verb for this word because selfies are nouns. For me, it's rather difficult to imagine how we can create verbs that feel right. Taking a photograph feels far-fetched and taking selfies may be too long. Everyday people make say taking picture, he said. And the second, Ceylon. Like selfie, self is a noun and again the form of the word is not clear. Standing, said Andre Muller, sound quite strange. Or at least at the beginning, and there is a risk that later the form of self-alignment in the normal one to use. And the third, self-portrait. This phrase, according to Andre Muller, has long been used in Indonesian. The problem is this term seems to describe an activity that existed before the existence of the digital camera, and thus did not undermine the development of the last few years. At the end of the opinion, Andre Moller said the most natural things to develop is the self-private. I think I agree with Andre Moller's choice. The word selfie can replace selfies even though selfie is rather long if given a verb, such as taking a selfie or taking selfies. Even though it's long, but it's right. I don't think it's an issue in understanding it. It's not the matter of pronunciation, only a matter of habit. If you are used to saying something long or even complicated, it's that matter. And then I will to present about the use of the word selfie. The Indonesian language Wikipedia has included selfie as a cell equivalent. According to the Free Encyclopedia, selfies or selfies are a type of self-portrait taken by using a digital camera or camera phone. This definition is the same as the definition of selfie in the Oxford Online Dictionary. Head of the Center for Language Development and Language Development of the Ministry of Education and Culture, Gufran Ali Ibrahim, also agreed with the selfie as a selfie panel. In Republika December 29, 2015. The use of the word selfie has also been rife. I typed the keyword selfie on Google on April 5, 2016. There were 55,500 search results about selfies. A number of media have also taken selfie is the news. The two most disturbing people in the self-photograph. Meet Indonesia in 15 March 2020 and 16. Get ready for salaman and swafoto bareng SBY. Or Mumbai sets 16 zones of the self-prohibition zone. As soon as the ruins are put the word selfie, it is important to those who have a concern for the Indonesian language. That's just the equivalent of the word selfie, not to mention the word wavy or groovy. Until now, I have not found a single article that discusses the equivalent words wavy or groovy. And in the end, we must wait for the Language Center to publish the 5th edition of the Indonesian Dictionary, while hoping that the words selfie and wavy or groovy can be found in the case. Ahead of the new KBBI, I think there is no problem if we use the word selfie. At least it's better than us to use selfies, which will only add to the range of English words we use every day. Thus the presentation about selfie. I think to end this video, I apologize if there was a mistake and I said goodbye. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.